I can't believe people are switching up on Dragonite. After finally getting some more Pokemon Legends ZA news, we got to see a ton of new and old characters, character customization which looks phenomenal, and our first look at a brand new Mega Evolution. It's about time. Some people were starting to think that this game wasn't gonna have any new ones at all, but like, come on guys. There's no way they'd bring it back and not make more marketable animals to milk for years on end. The Pokemon company loves money, and I love Mega Evolution, so it works out. And the Pokemon that got a new Mega Evolution is one I've been wanting for years. Mega Dragonite is here, and that means Dragonite is a real thing. Rejoice. It looks just about how I expected it to look. It's goofy, lovable, and funny looking. The embodiment of Dragonite. But then I heard from my good pal Alex Matrix that people were hating on its design. And I thought he was kidding, but oh my god, he wasn't. Everywhere I look, it's just people hating this poor critter. How could you hate this thing? It's so adorable, it's perfect. I always wish that Dragonite leaned more into Dragonair's design. It was always weird to me that we had this baby blue serpent dragon, this elegant blue serpent dragon, and then Barney's yellow cousin. Like, I love Dragonite's goofy design, don't get me wrong, but I always found it a bit strange considering the first two designs. It looks like someone cheated. They just don't match what they were setting up. But anyways, let's take a little look at Mega Dragonite. Here it is, in all its glory. I love it. It's still funny looking, it's got some new feathers around its body, and it's got these big old wings on its head. Some people are confused as to why its wings are on its ears, but like, hey look, it's so obvious. Is it not? Dragonair had these little wing things on its head. So when Dragonite Mega evolved, they grew to be really big wings. And I love how goofy they look. But some people just despise it. It's supposed to look silly. If these wings were on its back like normal, people would just say, oh wow, it's just Dragonite with angel wings. How creative. But no, it has these funny little head wing things. And it's iconic. You're not gonna forget this thing for a very long time. It's gonna stick to your head, just like its wings do. It even gets this little horn Dragonair has, along with the jewel on its tail. It even looks like a Megastone, at least color-wise. What I will say though is that I really do not like the render of this Pokemon. In-game, it looks great, but that damn render just doesn't do it justice. It's just at a really weird angle. I don't know how to describe it. Just look at it. It doesn't look right. I think the reason people are hating on it is because it doesn't look textbook cool. But Dragonite has never been cool. It's a lovable, dopey dragon that just happens to be super strong. That's what gives it its cool factor, not its design. People love Dragonite because it's dopey. I can almost guarantee you, in a few months, people will quit whining and eventually love this thing. My only real complaint about this Pokemon is that it's still a dragon flying type, and I feel like they could have easily made this a dragon fairy because, I mean, look at it. But I guess they didn't want to steal Altaria's flow because that would have been mean. I feel like people are being very critical of Mega Dragonite, like to the point where it's hypocritical. I never hear anyone complain about Mega Ampharos. In fact, people tend to adore it. So how come this gets praise and this is harassment? They're both pretty much in the same boat. Ampharos just gets hair. Dragonite gets wings with some minor changes. What about Mega Absol? It's even more similar to Dragonite's situation. It gains angel wings with minor changes to its body. That's pretty much Dragonite. Or what about Mega Altaria? It literally just gets fluffier. Mega Kangaskhan literally just has its baby out. And I'm not saying I dislike any of these Mega Evolutions. I love them. They're great. Kellogg's approved, probably. They're not, don't sue me. But I think people who like these, yet hate on Mega Dragonite, have double standards. Mega Evolutions were never meant to be cool. They just take a Pokemon and bring it to the next level, even further beyond. Yeah, no, it literally just is a Super Saiyan 3 situation. Super Saiyan 3 looks stupid. I'm sorry, I love Dragon Ball, but it just looks stupid. He has a bunch of bananas on his head, but we still think it's cool because it's strong. I saw someone compare Mega Dragonite to Mega Rayquaza. We cannot be serious. You're telling me that the super awesome Dragon Legendary and the dopey dragon look nothing alike? What? What the f? Let's take a look back at some older Mega Evolution designs because I feel like a ton of people have forgotten what Mega Evolutions look like, or at least the direction they steer in. I've briefly mentioned Ampharos, Altaria, and Absol, so I'll move on to Slowbro because much like Dragonite, it looks dopey. Nobody takes Slowbro seriously. It's just a goofy whatever it is. I'm not entirely sure. But anyways, when it Mega evolves into Mega Slowbro, it looks even more dumb. It got consumed by its shell. It's so stupid, but I love it. Get him out of there. There's some others that say Mega Dragonite doesn't change all too much. But again, Mega Evolution differences vary from Pokemon to Pokemon. Take a look at Pidgeot. Alright, now look at Mega Pidgeot. It became bigger and the hair got longer, it got some new colors, and that's about it. But I feel like that's all it really needed. It wouldn't make sense to steer it in a completely different direction, now would it? I don't see anyone hating on it though. And why would you? There's nothing wrong with it. Heracross is very similar to Dragonite because it looks dumb, but it's pretty strong, which makes it cool. And Mega Heracross doesn't exactly look the coolest. It gets a bit beefier, but you can look at it and be like, yeah, that's Mega Heracross. Look at Aerodactyl. Now look at Mega Aerodactyl. It literally just gained some rocks on its body, but it makes sense because it's a rock type fossil Pokemon. It even stays the same type. I really don't understand what people mean by the older Mega Evolutions were so much better when these were the types of changes they were making. They're not. People are just nostalgia blind. And don't get me wrong, I have a soft spot for these Mega Evolutions too. I grew up with them, but I can admit that, hey, this new Mega Evolution is great too. I like it. I feel like people are expecting way too much from a Mega Evolution. And again, taking a look back at these older ones, they've usually been pretty tame. They've also looked pretty weird at times. Like, look at Mega Manectric. It just becomes big, like really big. It just gets a giant thunderbolt on its back. Mega Sableye just gets a giant gem. Take those nostalgia blind goggles off. They've always been like this. Like, there's no way people are serious about this, right? The biggest change a Pokemon has received during a Mega Evolution, I feel like, is probably Charizard X. Like, we have orange Charizard, and then it just goes black and blue, which looks sick, but it's Charizard. Charizard always gets special treatment. And I know for certain that when the starters inevitably get their Mega Evolutions revealed, people are gonna get upset yet again. But I want them to all take a look back at older Mega Evolutions. They've always been kind of weird, kind of out there, some of them a bit more tame. And if it's a really cool Pokemon like Rayquaza, Charizard, hell, even Gengar, they look sick, right? And then we have Kangaskhan. Riveting. I feel like we're in one perpetual cycle. My memory is not very good, but I think I remember hearing similar complaints when Mega Evolutions were first introduced. This one looks stupid. That one is too different from the original. They ruined it. But then over time, people grew to love them. And I can almost guarantee people will go on in a few months and be like, I've always loved Mega Dragonite. It's one of my favorites. I'm starting the counter train now. Mega Dragonite is awesome and you should love it. Also, apparently, I'm just now reading about this. Ending a Pokemon match quickly is an act of kindness towards its opponent. This thing will put you out of your misery fast as mercy. This thing is still tough. I'm really hoping that Mega Dragonite Shiny is not green like Dragonite's normal shiny. I think the green is purple is a cool reference to like stereotypical dragons. The shades remind me of like a fairy tale depiction of one, or like a picture book. I just really want it to be blue just like Dragonair is. If they're diving more into Dragonair's design, I feel like it only makes sense, right? Or even pink like how shiny Dragonair is. Some people think that Game Freak might have been limited with the designs they could have used because of fan art. And you might think this sounds like some crack pipe conspiracy theory, but it isn't as crazy as you think. Game Freak has said this in the past. Apparently, we were supposed to get a flying type evolution, but fans already created a design very similar to what they were supposed to get, so they just scrapped it all together. It sucks because I don't think there's any winning here. Fans lose a Pokemon they want, Game Freak can't make the Pokemon people want, everyone loses. I think it's true to a certain degree that Dragonite's design was influenced by fan art, or I guess repelled by fan art, but I think it wouldn't have been all too different from what we're getting now. Regardless, I'm happy with what we have. I think I'm mostly just confused why people are hating on Mega Dragonite. Like, Dragonite, you wanted the goofy dragon to become edgy. Then why do you like the goofy dragon in the first place? It doesn't make any sense to me. Like, you're upset that the goofy dragon, when Mega evolved, looks even goofier. What? I don't know. Doesn't make any sense to me. I needed to preach about Mega Dragonite. It does not deserve any hate. Let me know what you all think in the comments. Like the video, comment, subscribe. Go watch my Legends ZA predictions video. All I'm saying is I'm predicting a lot of things correctly. Where is my Mega Flygon at? Catch you later, everyone.